to Three Things Live.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my goodness, we have a fun week planned ahead, don't we?
We sure do.
And it starts off today.
Yes.
So we're so happy to have you. Thank you for being here. You're watching Three Things Live, where theme number 1 is something to smile about. Theme number 2 is something to learn. And theme number 3 is something to discover. Let's go. Welcome back to Three Things Live. I'm Kris here at my girlfriend's quilt shop, and I'm happy to welcome you on this beautiful spring afternoon. It is gorgeous here in Utah, and we are here for it. We are absolutely loving the weather, and it definitely reminds us that spring is certainly here, and with that comes the chicks, the carrots, the bunnies, right?
Oh my!
Oh my! Yeah, you gotta love that little play on words, right?
I know, I love it too. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Have you been doing some spring cleaning or spring outside work or anything like that?
No,
not yet.
Not. I'm still sewing.
Are you still hibernating?
I am. Yeah. So yeah, it's okay.
That's good.
Yeah, but I'm so excited to be here today, and
yeah,
I mean, I'm just on fire.
Are you?
Yeah.
I know, she's been like getting the music going beforehand and getting all geared up because there's just something in the air about this beautiful weather and feeling excited.
When the sun comes out,
yes,
doesn't it just make you feel better?
Oh, absolutely.
That's the thing.
Yes.
When the sun is there and you're just,
yeah, most certainly.
Makes the world like, yes, you can handle life.
That's right. So, very, very true. Good point here. I'm seeing Kathleen is joining us from sunny Florida, and Ann Becker. Hi, Ann is coming to us from Washington. And Nancy from Southern California is here. We've got so many wonderful friends who are with us.
Fun.
And Patty says it's spring break for her, and she's glad to be with us live today.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're happy to have you, Miss Patty. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So, as I mentioned earlier, we're talking about bunnies, chicks, and carrots.
Oh my! I
you
have
got
to say
that cute. You know how many times we practiced that, like over and over again. You did well.
Thanks.
But so today we're talking about all the bunnies, and let me tell you, they're multiplying all around here. I'm looking at the set, and
they're so cute.
Abby did such a fun job of putting everything together for us. But we're going to be doing a really great little project with the theme of bunnies.
Yes.
But before we do, here's a question for all of you. So, as I was thinking about Easter time, I can't help but be reminded of years ago. Yeah. I remember going to see the Easter Bunny. Yes. Okay, how many of you have done that at home? Or remember taking the kids to see the Easter Bunny?
Yeah.
I remember very well because it scared the bejeebies out of me.
Well, that's the thing.
I mean, really, it was not Santa Claus. It was an Easter bunny, a big, furry bunny. I don't know, there's just something a little odd about it, don't you think?
Well, yes.
So we did a call out to all of you to share with us today your best photographs of the experience with the Easter Bunny.
I love
the
it.
big man is in the house. I mean, honestly, can you, what did we do? Oh, I should probably say, let's make sure no children are watching.
Exactly, I know.
Can you imagine? I mean, what we put our kids through?
Well, I think Santa Claus was bad enough, handing him to a complete stranger.
But now you got a big hairy animal, that you're handing them to.
Right. And how do you explain that one? I don't ever remember believing in the Easter Bunny.
No, I mean,
because I don't remember as a child going and seeing.
Yeah. Well, Roxana says creepy. Yeah, you're right,
It is
Roxana.
creepy.
It is. So, let's
true.
go ahead and take a look at some of the photos that you've been sending in, because they're cracking us up. First off, this is definitely, this is a classic. And this is Allison's niece. Let's see. I think it's someone in her family.
Yes.
I can't remember. Maybe her niece's children is kind of what I'm thinking. And this picture, seriously, it doesn't get better than this, does it?
I love it. That is
So
just
very
great.
awkward, creepy family photos. Okay, let's take a look at the next one.
Well, you feel, oh my goodness.
This one from Carol. Oh, what were we thinking?
Oh, well, look at that bunny. I mean,
Couldn't
that
you
is
get a little cuter bunny? I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
that face is
Yikes.
something
Okay,
else.
let's go to the next one. Angela. Oh,
Okay, well,
once
he's
again.
he's a better bunny.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sort of.
I don't know. There's something about him that doesn't
Yeah.
sit well. Okay, what's next?
Oh,
Nancy.
my goodness.
Well, if you have one bunny, why not two
You might
creepy
as well.
bunnies?
You might as well. And look,
Oh,
I
my
don't know.
goodness.
It just takes you back to some of
It
those
sure does.
scary movies,
Oh
right?
my goodness, William said he was an Easter bunny for his local area. You know,
Oh.
William, somehow that doesn't surprise me.
Wow,
that just seems like something that William would definitely do.
Yeah.
And I mean that with all the love in the world, my friend. All right, and next we have Kathy. Oh, see, Kathy looks cute here.
Okay, that's cute.
She's a sweetheart, isn't she? That's our friend Kathy, and she's got a great picture there.
That is a really cute
All right,
one.
the next one, anonymous. These ones are anonymous. They didn't quite get us the names.
Oh.
So here we go. You
Oh,
gotta
but look
love
at that. Oh yeah, the kids are screaming. Oh, those are
Too funny. I love that. Okay.
Oh.
Thanks, you guys, for
That was
sending
so
those
fun.
in.
That
That
was fun.
seriously has me, wow, taking a big sigh.
That-
Because, and you know, I don't know, are they still around? Do the bunnies still come out?
Yes, I think
This
I
time
have.
of year?
I think I've seen them at Walmart.
Have you?
I have.
Okay. All
But I
right.
don't know. ISIS, we don't have little ones. I mean, after our
Yeah.
kids grew up, and that-
Right.
I don't really
don't
pay
know.
attention.
I
But I
don't
think
know.
they're still around.
But, okay, this is interesting. Liz is saying in the comments that they didn't have the Easter bunny, but they had the Easter cow. Okay, that's hilarious.
Okay, well,
because the cow makes the milk that makes the chocolate, and a little bunny couldn't carry everything, but a cow can. Wow, Liz.
Okay.
You just blew my mind.
All right, that's awesome.
Yeah, Susan points out that there was only one kid that smiled. So true.
Yeah.
And Barb says she has one at their Easter egg hunt at
Yeah.
church.
Well,
you know,
I guess if you talk about it at home, it's not as scary for kids.
well, and if they could
but-
just make them really cute.
Well, and
you
that's the
know,
other thing
instead
too.
of creepy.
Prepare them instead of handing your child off to.
Here you go.
Here, yeah. This bunny, this random bunny that they see.
Oh my goodness. Well, again, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for sending those in and helping us have a definite smile today. So those were little creepy bunnies, but we're talking super cute bunnies. Are you ready for this? We have an adorable bunny to share with all of you. During theme number 2, Jackie and I will be headed over to the sewing machine and whipping up something really darling. So
Can't wait.
we'll be back right after this. It was Binding and Book Club last week on 3 Themes Live.
Listen, friends, what we learned was game-changing.
We learned how to calculate, prepare, miter, and join the ends of your binding.
We also found a ruler that makes adding pipe binding crazy easy.
This is awesome.
We talked about the book What the Wind Knows by Amy Harmon. Then we made an Irish chain cable topper inspired by the book. Come spend time with all your quilting and sewing friends by watching us live Monday through Wednesday at 1 p.m. Mountain, 3 p.m. Eastern on YouTube or Facebook.
Each show is packed, so what are you waiting for? Use the links below to watch all of this and more. So watch 3 Things Live, where we always have something to make you smile
Something to learn.
and something to discover.
Let's go! With a typical log cabin, we're looking at the same size width of strips, but the reason why this one is different is because we have a very thin strip that goes here and a very thin strip here where these are actually much wider.
So that is my center block.
Okay.
Do you see this one? That
Yeah.
doesn't match. What you need to do, I'm gonna sew the white to the blue. I'm gonna attach this to the blue and the white. So
Yeah.
it has to be as long as the two are joined. Here's my white.
Okay, and this is a much narrower strip.
It is the narrower one. It goes right there.
My guess is we're gonna add another white block. It says narrow, round one. This
job.
is that square. The wider
white,
now,
yes.
right?
Then
Okay, so you just keep on doing this
keep
round and
going.
round.
It's the exact size.
Whoa. Hey everyone, welcome back to Three Teens Live. I'm Kris.
And I'm Jacki.
And we are here at set number 2 because we want to talk about an adorable Easter Bunny project.
Yes.
And with this, Jacki's going to share some of her best tips and tricks for being able to do something that so many of you are talking about right now, and that is the rope bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
And we took Kimber Bell's rope bowl with the Easter theme, and we added something else to it. So
Can you kind of tell? Look at that.
Oh, we added a little ears.
Some ears.
Some ears, because they're just too cute. Why
Yeah.
not? So we're first going to talk about some of Jacki's, some of her experience with making the bowl itself, and then we'll go into the ears. And the ears are for sewing and machine embroidery.
Yeah, which is
So
really fun.
It
Because
is.
I just was thinking all kinds of different fun things we could do with these ears. So
Exactly.
I have had so much fun creating this
Okay.
that it was just, could not wait to come today and talk about it.
Hooray! Okay.
So
Jacki, why don't we go ahead and show what
Yes.
are we talking about
Okay,
here?
this
first?
is the new Kimber Bell Holiday Rope Bowl for machine embroidery. So this is, if you notice, they're oval shape.
Yeah.
The other one that they had previously was round. And so this is their new one, and their new one is so cute.
love
It's so
these.
cute. All
Yeah.
of these holidays. So I'm really excited about doing all of these.
Yeah,
and it's real fun.
definitely.
It comes in 2 different sizes. There's
Okay.
a 5x7 or an 8x12.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can do 2 different sizes. Today we are doing the 5x7.
Okay.
Because I just wanted to see, I always love things little, you know
Yeah,
that.
that's right.
So, but it would be fun to do this with the 8x12 as well.
So Jacki, you know, for those of out there who have done the rope bowls from Kimber Bell before, what would you say the main difference is? Obviously, we have an oval,
Right.
But what else is happening here
Yeah,
that
I'm
didn't
glad.
happen in the first
Right, is the shape form.
Yes,
Okay,
tell us
so
about that.
within the round one, you actually put 2 layers of shape form down and stitch around it.
Mm-hmm.
But on this one, I'm going to show you what they do differently.
Okay.
Okay, and so that's one of the things I wanted to share today.
All right.
Is that once you have prepared your base. So here is my base that I have that I finished.
You've already stitched
I've already
out.
stitched it out. And the thing that I love also is using the pinking shears around the outside.
Tell us why you did that.
Because if not, because you're on a curve.
Yeah.
And if you didn't, you'd have to clip all the way around.
All those little seams.
All the little seams, yeah.
So that it turns out
Yeah.
really nice.
It would take
this
so
is
much more time.
This is a great tip.
So I used my pinking shears,
Mm-hmm.
and it was great. I was able to get more than one. So
love
I
that.
used the pinking shears on not only the base, but I also did it on the ears too, because it's also a curve.
That's right.
And it's anytime you have a curve, it just makes it easier. It will when you turn it,
Okay,
it lays so
that
much
right
better.
there is a great tip, whether
Yes.
you're doing it sewing machine or embroidery
It
machine.
doesn't matter.
Anytime you got a curve, save yourself the step of having to do
Yeah.
those little slits.
Can you imagine?
And do the pinking
Can you
shears
imagine
instead.
having to clip?
It would be a bit of a pain.
I
Yeah.
think, yeah. I said, no, thank you. I'd rather spend my time doing
Like,
something else.
Nope.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah. So once you've embroidered what design you want to do, it actually has you do 2 different hoopings with this one.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So the first hooping is you're doing this base, and you're only doing one shape form.
Okay.
Oval.
Okay, one layer.
Yes, so then it has you bring in another oval design
Okay.
and just stitch out the oval.
Is that so that you have a template?
No, let me show you
What
what
is
it
it
does.
for?
This is tearaway.
Okay.
So we are just doing an oval, and I actually brought in 3 at the same time. So I used my bigger hoop. So if
Okay.
you're doing more than one bowl,
Oh, good idea.
you know, I just did this all
Yeah.
in one hooping, so I
Yeah.
didn't have to do one at a time.
Excellent idea.
Okay, anytime you can save just a little bit of time, like the pinking shears going around. So this is another file that is included on the, it's not a CD.
Right.
It's a download.
It's a download. Remember,
So
they've
we-
gone to downloads
yes,
now.
which was great.
I
It was
love
so
it.
easy, and I downloaded it and put it right onto my computer, and it was awesome.
Perfect.
So this is the next file. So it has you put one layer of shape form down,
Okay.
and then it does the tack down, and then what you'll do after that is you will just cut it directly on the
On the
on the
line.
seam.
And you used white thread here.
I did.
But, you know, if you were at home and you had trouble seeing, you could use a darker thread,
it,
right?
it doesn't matter
it's
because
not going to show
you actually are going to cut right on the line.
on the line.
So I want to just kind of show you, and use tearaway for this one.
Uh-huh.
You use cutaway for the other bowl.
Okay.
Bottom.
All right.
So I'm going to show you how quick and easy this is. I love things that are fast,
Yes.
quick and done. So I'm going to take my stabilizer off.
Okay.
And then all I'm going to do is just take my regular scissors and I'm going to cut. Now you want to make sure you have some kind of a garbage or something around, because you're going to be seeing some little pieces of thread, as you can see. I am cutting this directly on the
that sewn line.
Yep.
And so you can kind of see that the threads are just kind of popping off
Yeah,
as you cut.
yes.
That's exactly what you want.
So then you could take and have a piece of tape or a lint roller or something to take and pick up those little pieces.
Fabulous.
All right, so that's how you do the second layer. So then it will be ready for you to see. Can you see all that extra?
I can see why, if you were making several bowls, you know, use the largest hoop you have and put them into one.
And
That's a great idea.
I actually did that with the original design as well. Is
Mm-hmm.
I tried to fit as many as I could, especially if you're trying to do more than one. If you're going to plan on giving these as gifts,
Yeah.
then it makes it so
Well,
much easier.
you have that beautiful new radiance too.
Yes, I do.
So,
I
largest
do.
hoop out there.
So it was, yeah, I didn't want to use the really big one. So
Were you chicken?
I was chicken. I was. All right.
That's okay.
Yeah. So here is my oval, and here is my two different pieces.
The stitch out that you
yeah,
already
the
did.
stitch out that I did.
That has
So-
not been turned right
no,
side out
it
yet.
has not. And the reason why is because I kind of wanted to show you a little bit how to do this.
Okay.
Well, the first time I did this, I really kind of tugged here, and it kind of really stretched, and it didn't lay very good.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that I poke it ever so gently and go all the way around, and then I'm going to go back and put my finger in there so that I don't turn it so harshly that I break some of those threads, okay? So here I've done this, and it just lays so beautiful.
It does.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then what you'll do is then you're going to insert this other shape form inside.
Okay, that's brilliant.
This-
Before you
oh,
open up the other
yes,
part.
yes.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So
Okay. Wow.
okay, this was a great aha moment.
Yes.
So now I've got my two pieces in here. I didn't have to
Try and
and-
finagle that.
right.
Yes.
It was easier to go through the machine.
Yeah.
And you don't break as many needles.
think of
And so-
everything. Okay.
So then I can take and just turn my other
Oh,
side
this
out.
is
Look at this.
Wonderful.
There we go. Look at that.
Okay, that seems really, really easy.
Wasn't that that was really a
Very
great,
simple.
very nice. And
Yes.
these are the cutest little
They
things
are.
ever. These little bunnies on here
They
are
really
so
are.
cute, and you can experiment with color, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So now this base is ready to go.
Okay.
So you can put this to the side,
Okay.
and then you want to prepare your rope.
Okay.
Okay. So then,
So how do we do that?
all right, so I'm going to take my other end, find my loose end. I've already prepared this one, so I was going to show you.
Oh.
There is a core inside.
Oh, right.
Oh, here it is. I knew it was hiding. And I just kind of drop it on the ground.
Okay.
Okay? Because I don't want tension on my rope at all when you're sewing.
Definitely.
So to prepare your rope, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut this end off. And you'll see there's kind of an inside core.
Yes.
I'm going to pull that down and pull it out.
Now, the
just
reason
like
we're
this.
doing that is to get it flat,
Yes,
correct?
to get rid of the bulk.
Okay.
Okay, because when we start putting it onto this, then I'm not,
You need
it lays
You need a
lays
flat
nice.
side. Yeah,
Yes,
I get
it
that.
works great.
Okay.
So you only need to cut off maybe an inch or so.
Okay.
So I'm going to trim that off.
Trimming off that core. All
Yeah,
right.
and you'll definitely know the difference between the core and the outer.
Oh, yes.
Because there's
The
a
color
definite
is
color.
different,
It's
yeah.
different. So then I'm going to just pull it back out,
All right.
and then I have like this much
I like that a lot.
that is just flat. Now, and Kimberbell also suggests that you take fray check, and you fray check.
Oh.
You fray check the end here,
Okay.
and just make it nice and flat.
Okay.
I didn't have a problem with mine when I did it the other way, but it's a good idea just to make sure
Yeah.
it's easier to handle.
Sure.
So
yeah.
I've already prepared my one end.
Okay.
And I've already pressed this and it's ready to go.
Okay.
Okay, so then what you'll need to do is you're going to mark your horizontal and vertical lines in the center. I used my mat, and I'll just show you. So I'm going to use the grid on my mat and put it like halfway. So it's just kind of half. I eyeballed it. I know some people
Oh, yeah.
would want to. I'm going to put this around here like this so it doesn't go away.
Good idea.
Yeah, so I'm going to take some Kimberbell tape, and I will lay that down the center,
Oh,
okay, horizontally and vertically.
okay.
And there's a reason why we do this. Because we want to be able to keep track of your top, your bottom. I'll just trim that excess so that you can see. And it's okay if you sew over this. It's
Okay.
not a big deal. I didn't take mine off at all as I was sewing my bowl.
Okay.
Okay, so now I've got this. I line up my center line, and then I take a water-soluble pen. You can do a friction pen, or you can do a water-soluble. I have my blue friction pen.
Okay.
Now I'm going to draw a line horizontally and vertically. Now I like it because doing it on the tape,
Yeah.
because you can see it better.
Yes.
And then if by chance the markings don't come off, then you've ruined your
Exactly.
you've
Or if you
ruined
had
your
a
product.
darker fabric or something, you
Yeah.
can always see with the tape.
And
That's a great
it
tip.
seems to work a lot better.
Okay.
I get my pen.
So as we're going around, there's the reason for these markings is because.
Well, if you're going to if you want to put handles
Oh,
on your
gotcha.
bowl,
Okay, that makes
or
sense,
if you
yes.
want to put
Okay.
a certain thing in the
Okay.
center. So I used it when I put the ears on.
Okay.
Okay.
Great
So
idea.
then I will draw the horizontal lines the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I have a reference. I try and do it dark enough so that you can see it. And then once I've done that, then I can label this top, bottom. Make sure I know my lefts and my rights.
There you go.
Okay, so
Okay.
there it's ready to go. Now we're
Perfect.
ready to put the rope on.
Yay!
All
okay,
right?
let's do it.
Okay, all right, so I'm going to turn it to the wrong side. And I know that this is my right.
Yes, because
I
it's
had
opposite.
Yes,
Yes.
the opposite. So we're going to start on the right. We're
Okay.
going to take our rope. We'll insert that. And I actually, just about an inch, I like to push it all the way to the side.
Okay.
Now you could use some glue, and you could glue that down. You could even hand stitch this down if you wanted to. But it looks fine.
Yeah.
It's just the bottom
Exactly.
anyway. But hot glue works great.
Okay.
So now we're going to take it to the machine.
Oh,
This is where you get to go.
Oh, okay.
All
I'm
right. So
excited.
this is another thing that I learned, that every
Okay.
machine is different.
Okay.
With the stitch width and the stitch length.
Sure.
So you want to make sure that you do a little bit of testing before. Okay, it suggests that you do a stitch width between 4.0 and 4.5. Okay.
Because you want to make sure and catch both sides.
Yes, because see what you're doing is you're going to catch that rope.
Right.
Okay. So, and then the stitch length is about 3.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So I would check to
All right. Looks
your
like we
machine
have it
first.
already set up.
You're going to just, the first row, you're going to start counterclockwise, and you're going to start right here, and you're going to catch it. Now I use the center part of my presser foot. There's a little line that shows you where your center is. Okay, your needle that will be the center of your rope and the base. So the first row, you are just stitching it to the base. Okay, making sure that you back stitch at any time that you stop.
Okay.
Always back stitch to hold it in. Okay, so I'm going to just use my presser foot and in the center.
Down the middle.
Yeah, down the middle.
Okay.
And you can make adjustments as you need to.
Okay.
Make sure you give yourself plenty of
slack, right?
Yep. And there's a lot of rope in here.
Okay, so I'm doing a few stitches.
And this is so fun.
And then I'm going to back stitch.
Now I went slow. You can go slow, you can go fast. Depends on how comfortable you are, how you're feeling. And I just make sure I use both my fingers, and I make sure that it's...
You definitely need to, push them against each other, right?
Yes, you do. Because you're wanting to hold... Isn't that fun?
This would be cute with colored thread as well.
Yes. Now, that was the other thing that I was going to try and do is variegated thread. Or colored thread.
Variegated
it would
thread
be so fun.
pretty.
I've done a bowl with variegated thread, and it was so cute.
Okay, so I've done round 1.
All right, you are so fast. Okay, so now go to where you started and just do a little back stitch.
Okay.
Okay, because you're going to kind of tilt your oval.
Oh, already?
Yes, you're going to already tilt it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so when we talk about tilting, I'm just kind of lifting
You're going to
this
tilt
up,
your base.
right?
You're going to tilt your base.
The base is going to be tilted.
Yep,
this
there
way?
you go.
Okay.
And you're just going to keep going. There
so
you go.
This stays flat, but the base goes up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just keep
It's been a minute
going.
since I've done these.
You just
So
keep
this is
going,
good.
and you keep, if you want a really deep bowl, then you're going to alter that, the angle that you hold the base. Isn't that so fun?
This is actually very, very relaxing.
It really is. I had so much fun doing this that I can't wait to try them all.
Can I just keep going?
Yes, you just keep going until I did about 9 rows.
9 rows.
9 rows. So,
is there a certain time that you have to,
But this is where it's really kind of fun that you can do your own thing. If you
Okay.
don't want a really tall basket, then you don't have to do so many rows around.
Sure.
You can, or if you want it a little flatter.
Yeah, you would do more rows at the bottom before you start to tilt, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Isn't that fun?
I love it. 'Kay.
Yes. So this is what's so fun about this rope, and the rope actually is very forgiving, and the stitches are forgiving. Now
Yes.
sometimes if you don't quite catch
You can
those
go
two,
back.
you can actually go back. And
I am seeing one spot that I might need to go back.
yeah, and that's okay because you can go back
Yeah.
and catch that again.
Okay.
Which is really fun because if you match your rope, it's not going to matter, right?
Right, exactly.
So you're going to keep going until you're wanting to be done. Now I said I did mine.
Okay.
I did mine with, how many did I say? 1,
I think you said 9.
9, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did 7.
Oh, before.
Because then I added my ears.
Okay.
Okay, now this
So
was,
let's talk about the ears
about
for
the
a
ears,
minute.
because
Okay.
this is what's really fun is you can doll this up. Anyway, I love the ears.
Yeah.
So the ears are so
Absolutely
fun.
adorable.
So this comes in a sewing and machine embroidery.
And this is a girlfriend exclusive.
Yes,
so
it is.
This is something we just decided to add on.
Yeah, which I think is so cute.
Yeah.
I wish I had headbands. I don't have headbands at my house.
We could have all been wearing those.
You could make you could put this on a headband. You could make plant picks, which would be so cute to put in a plant.
They're all over
They're
the place.
just so cute.
Yes.
There's so many fun things that you could do with these.
So you actually added the ears in while you were
I
stitching?
did. I
Okay.
did, and I'll
Okay.
tell you a little bit how I did it. It might be easier just to glue them on.
I think that's what I would do.
But I really wanted to try and sew them in. Okay. So this is how the ears come. So here you embroidery these together. You a set. And I left this. Let me move this over. The first time I did it, I left this longer and tried to
Yes.
sew it in, and then it was just too much.
Was it? Okay.
It was.
Okay.
So the next time I did it, I actually trimmed it off right here.
Okay.
And then,
Oh, interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
So it was just a little bit of learning. This is learning from Jackie of what of what I did.
Sure.
So I think you can kind of play around with
Yeah.
it and see whatever works the best.
Absolutely.
I used lots of clips, Wonder clips, or any kind of clip. They worked really well. But this is how it comes out of the machine. So
And
you
then
put
you
some.
just turn it right
you
side
just
out.
turn it right side out. And I just love it. So you could do whatever color you wanted
Oh, wow.
on this.
I could see bunny ears all
Bunny
over the
ears
place.
everywhere. Don't you think?
Here's a bunny, there's a bunny. Yes.
I
Don't
used-
you want to be a bunny too?
I do. That's why I said I wish I had a headband.
Right.
Some of you ladies that have longer hair may have a headband at home.
No.
That's something I don't have in my
Repertoire?
no.
Oh.
So I really would have, if I had one at home, I would have made a headband and I would have worn it
Yeah.
just for you.
Just for you.
Just for you. So, yeah.
I love it. So, do we have any questions while Jackie
Yeah,
is
I'm
turning this
turning
right
this
side
out.
out? William
I'm
said
used-
change up the color and it would look like petals for flowers. Oh, that's
Okay,
a cute
well,
idea.
that is a cute idea.
And Liz said different color ears for girls and boys.
Yes.
Darling.
Or pastels would be so cute.
Pastels would be pretty.
Yeah.
I think even, this would be darling added to an Easter basket, and you could even put the child's name on
Well,
one of the
exactly.
ears. There's just so many ways
There's so
you could
many
use
fun
this.
things.
Yes.
Good job, Kris.
Oh.
This was a Kris did this, and it was so fun because I just kept thinking about Easter ears all weekend long, and it was awesome. So then you'll take it and you'll press it really good.
Okay.
So you could fold the raw
that's
edges
kind
in
of what I was thinking.
like this.
Uh-huh.
You could attach it to anything. But when
You
you're
could even attach it to an already made Easter
Yeah.
basket.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So what I did, the thing that if you're going to attach it to the bowl, is I actually sewed this together with a zigzag.
Sure.
Because it held the layers together,
Sure.
and it was easier to go through.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Go through the
Yeah.
thing. So I actually, as you're going around, if I can, as we're going around.
Okay.
Okay, you can see that I just took this and I folded it up ever so slightly, so that there was a curve that I could tuck underneath
Oh, that
there.
makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing is you can see the pink through it, but I kind of went back and forth with the
But
thread.
here's the thing also, if you have it filled with
No one's going to
goodies and stuff, you're not even going to see.
Right.
Or you could just simply hot glue it on the back.
I said, then after I started, after I did this like a few times, I'm going, how else could we do this?
Yeah, where's that pink hot glue
You
gun?
totally could just hot glue
Yeah.
that back and it would be just fine. You could even sew it on.
You
if
could.
you wanted to sew, and you could put a cute
Yes.
button on this
Oh,
to cover it
see,
up.
There you go.
So
There you go. You know what else I was thinking as I was making these? Look how cute this would be. Let's take a look down here. what if you had one standing straight up and the other one
How cute!
like this?
That would be
I don't know.
adorable.
All you'd have to do is do a couple little tack down stitches there, or have it, or hot glue again. You know, we gotta
love
love
hot
that. And you would have kind of, you know, a floppy Easter bunny ear.
I love
You don't
it.
have to have them both
I love it.
going straight up.
Well,
so.
and you can finish it any way that you want to,
Yes.
because Kimberville has this really cute embellishment kit that you can put a button.
I really like
You can
that.
put a tassel. You can put a
Yes.
bead on it.
Yep.
And you also can make a tag, a leather
Yes,
tag,
which I love
which
those.
includes the designs on the
Exactly,
the download
or create your
as
own
well.
design and put it on there
So
too.
cute, and so many options that you can do. That's so
Oh my
fun. Can you see how?
goodness.
Can you
Yes,
see
yes,
how excited I was to come and show this today?
Absolutely, yes,
I was like,
yes.
yes, this is so fun. We can't
This
wait
is
to
great.
see what all of you do. If
That's right. Make sure and post your pictures.
yes, for sure.
Take pictures, take pictures, take pictures,
Yes,
and
we
then
love
share
them.
them with us. We get so giddy and excited
Yeah.
when we see your photos.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have to tell you, I try to respond as many as I can, and sometimes I don't get to every single one.
Yeah.
But please know I see every
Yeah.
single one, and
Yeah,
it
you
just
do.
does my heart good.
Yeah.
We love seeing what you're working
Yeah,
on.
this is just so fun.
Jackie, tell us again, how do we get the rope bowl designs, and also how do we get the three-dimensional bunny ears?
All right, those are on our website under new releases, I think. Yeah, or under 3 Things Live.
Sure, either
so
one.
You can get to that. There's all kinds of stuff that goes with this.
Yeah.
There's the downloadable pattern. There's the embellishment kit. Not only this one, but you could purchase the previous one, the round one.
Oh yes, which are darling
Yeah,
too.
which is really cute. And I might even try doing the round one, the same technique with putting the shape form in.
Not a bad idea. I'm
And-
sure that's something that
Yeah.
they, thought through, like the second version.
Yeah.
You know, that second round
Yeah.
is always even better.
Yeah, I can't
So-
wait to try them all.
Yeah.
And also the rope. Some other things you'll want are fray check. If you want some pinking shears, your R&K turning tool.
We've got it all
scissors,
there.
We do.
Oh
We've
my
got
goodness.
you covered.
Woo,
So
woo. All
it's
right.
so fun.
Well,
and the patterns.
Yeah. So, and then the three-dimensional bunny ears comes for both sewing machine.
Yeah.
And embroidery
Yes,
machine.
so it'll be so
okay.
fun.
And you can find that on our website at mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com, or it's free in the club.
Free in the club. That's great. So
There you
yeah,
have
so
it.
fun.
Thank
Yes.
you so
But I
much.
can't wait for the next part because we're going to even take it further.
One more
One more
step.
step.
One more step, because any cute bunny has to have a cute tail,
It's
right?
so true.
So we're
So
talking
true.
pom-poms, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that next. And we have the best tool ever.
We do.
Ever to have the most perfect pom-poms. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back. Hey friends, tune in Wednesday, March 26th. Mark Anderson from Anderson Seed and Garden will be on 3 Things Live.
He'll share gardening tips you don't want to miss.
Let's go! We're going to help you create a quilt this year that not one other person on the planet will have, because it's your story.
Now, if you saw this, you would think it's a cute block, right? But it doesn't mean
Absolutely.
anything without the story that it comes on.
What we are going to invite you to do is that you're going to create a 12.5-inch unfinished block every month, according to a theme.
I pulled those clothes out and I sat and cried for probably an hour because it was all of a sudden my dad's presence was there. I think that's my legend block.
I truly believe in life being a village and being a good villager. And this is a great way to leave my story so that my kids can see that being a good villager and telling their stories are important as well.
We would love to invite you to be a part of the Stitch Your Story Challenge for 2025.
These represent what I have done this last year. I've been to therapy, I don't know how many times, but this last year I could let go of a lot of things. I let go, and I am the happiest I've been for a long time.
I just know that as I'm putting my blocks together and that I'm remembering and I'm kind of digging in. And if you haven't jumped on the Stitch Your Story train, you know what? If there's a reason that you haven't, maybe you don't have the time, freedom, or
Right.
that. But if you do, it has really been a little bit therapeutic.
watch 3 Things Live, where we always have something to make you smile
Something to learn.
and something to discover.
Let's go. A great project, Jackie.
Wasn't that so fun?
I love it.
Now you can see why I was so giddy.
Oh, yes. So if you are just joining us, we just finished making the most adorable rope basket from Kimberbell Designs. But we took it one step further. We added these adorable ears that you can do on the embroidery machine or the sewing machine. And now we're going to take it even one more step.
I can't
It's got
wait.
to have a pom-pom,
Yes,
right?
I love pom-poms.
Oh my goodness. So let's see, Jackie. We'll go ahead and do a girlfriend green one. Why
I think
not?
we should.
But here's the question. If we put it there, at first we said, oh, that's the tail, but not really.
No.
It's a cute little nose.
You could, right. I said you could do it pink and,
Right?
and it could be a nose
It could
for
be
sure.
the cute nose. So you could either have it right there in the front. What do you guys think? Or
I don't know.
how about in the back? But the back
See?
isn't going to show as much, but it's
Okay.
so cute.
All right. Okay, that looks better as a back.
I think so too.
Yeah, and I think it should be the nose in the
But you
front.
could have a cute little pink one right up
Oh,
front.
that would be so cute.
And it's a good thing we have all different sizes.
I know.
Right?
And that's what's great.
So we're going to
A
talk
size
about
for all occasions.
Exactly. Yep. You can have the little teeny tiny ones. I mean, look how sweet that is. This one's a little bit bigger.
Who doesn't love pom-poms?
And then this one, I got fancy, Jackie. I did several
I'm like,
colors
wow.
in one. And then it goes bigger and it goes bigger.
Okay,
I mean,
do
you gotta love
do
that.
you remember the warm fuzzies?
Yeah.
Okay, back in the day, the
Yes.
warm fuzzies. This is what it reminds me of. It's a warm fuzzy,
Here,
everyone.
juggle.
Oh, well, I can't.
All right.
I can't. I can't do that. Sorry.
No.
Opie.
America's Got Talent. No.
Sorry.
All right, but
That-
this is going to make you feel extremely talented
Yeah, it's so
because
fun.
you've got 4 different sizes of Pom Pom Makers that Clover has put together, and they all come together in one package. So you want to make a pom pom with me,
I
Jackie?
would love to.
All right, let's do
Okay.
it. How about?
Okay, the reference on these. Did you do one of every size?
I did one of every size.
Okay.
Yes. So
So
when
the
we look
pink-
at the big one, that was this one.
Okay.
Right here.
And
That, let's see, this little yellow one was the tiny one,
that's cute.
okay? And then we've got a little bit bigger, and this is a medium-sized one. So I think
Oh, fun.
for time, let's
Let's
go
just do
ahead and
little
do the
ones.
little ones.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna do this pink, and
I'll do
why
yellow.
don't you do a yellow?
Okay.
All right, so have you seen these little contraptions? At first you go, what in the world am I supposed to do with this? Well, there's these little levers right here. Okay, we're gonna open them up. And it gives us 2 arcs, one on each side. And then all we do is we
Maybe I
take
want the
some
bigger
yarn
one. There we go.
and we start wrapping. And honestly, Jackie, there is no rhyme or reason to this. You're just
Okay.
gonna wrap, 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 wrap. Now, this is what I suggest. Put on a good movie and
Yeah.
make yourself a bunch of pom-poms.
Well, because
It's
the
mindless.
more you go around,
the more
fuller.
wrapping, the fuller
I was
it
trying to think of the correct term.
Yes.
The more
yes.
rounds
Yes.
you do.
Exactly.
Okay,
Now,
so am I doing this right?
yes, you are. See, you're doing
Okay.
yours one way, and I'm doing it another way, which goes to show there's not
it
a
doesn't
wrong way
matter.
to do it. No,
This would be for a left-handed, probably.
I find that I like having this part upside down because you're not supposed to wrap it around this little area. So for me, it just helps.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just going to keep wrapping, 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 wrapping.
There's more ways to.
Skin a cat.
Yeah.
6 ways to Sunday.
There you go.
You got it. All right. So here we go. Now, this is sometimes people wonder, how much do I wrap it? This is my theory here, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
I say you try to get this part to go as high as this, but not completely.
Okay, so mine's
you're
almost
kind
too
of
much.
building a bridge, if you will.
Yeah, gotcha.
And that's going to show you that you have like the best wrap, is if
Okay.
you can do that. Okay?
So mine looks like it's ready.
Yeah, yours is definitely ready. And then
Okay.
you just trim this right here. And I'll trim yours. All right, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and I'm going to push this into the middle, just like that. And it's just going to hold right there while I do the second side.
The other side. Oh,
Yes.
this is really interesting.
It's kind of crazy
Okay.
how this all comes together.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've gone over here to the second side now, and I'm ready to start wrapping. And you know, you're just holding your tail here, and then you go. Now, if you want to do multiple colors, you just put on multiple colors. You stop, you know, maybe a third of the way in, and you start wrapping another color, and then you start wrapping another one. So
Well, I guess this is what the advantage of doing the small one is, that you get done a lot quicker.
yes,
Than the big one,
Yeah,
right?
Yes, exactly. So
Okay.
let's see.
Okay, it's a race. It's a race. Who can do it quickest? Here.
Exactly. No
All right.
pressure or anything,
Okay,
but
I think
here
I'm
we
done.
go. You're on the smaller one.
I know. That's why I said you're an advantage if you're doing the little one.
All right. Almost there.
Okay.
Almost.
Come on, let's go. Go.
Okay. I feel good about that. All right. So we'll go ahead and clip that right there, and then I close this side. So now I've got both sides that have been wrapped. All right?
So you do it the same.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
put them down both sides. Okay, now, this is the part where you want some really sharp scissors, all right? I love my Karen K. Buckley. Any scissor will do, but you definitely want it to be sharp because there's a lot of yarn to go through here. So all I have to do is start on one side, and you want to keep these closed. So do you see how there's some tabs right here, Jackie, on this side?
Oh, yeah.
I like to just kind of hold on to that while I do this, and then when I go to the other side, I'll hold the tabs on the other side. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of come through here, and this is, I don't know how close we can get up on this, but this is where the magic happens, folks,
I can
because
see that.
I get all giddy when I see these like pop out all over. In fact, our team who are all here today, guess what? Everyone's making pom-poms, folks, today, because
Oh, fun.
I want to see you get as excited and giddy as I do. Steve's like, oh, great. There we go. Look how cute that is. Okay, but we're not done yet. I'm going to let Jackie do that while I grab a long piece of yarn.
But I think I did it wrong.
Uh-oh.
That's because I wound it too quickly. I mean, too much, too fast.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Okay, so they both, you've got, okay, maybe I did that wrong.
Let's see.
I didn't follow directions.
No. Okay, but what happened, I'll show you what happened
Can
here.
you just take it apart and flip it?
No, because you have to wrap both of them
Oh, you
at
wrap
the same
both of
time.
them. Well, there you have
You're
it.
fine, you're
You've
fine.
got to follow
Gotta
directions.
follow directions, it's all good.
Okay, so we won't be showing mine. We'll be showing yours.
Okay, no worries.
I will do that again.
All right, so here we go. We have this.
It totally makes sense now.
Right.
Hello.
And
Okay.
then we just pull this through.
No wonder why I had it done so quickly.
And we're just gonna tie a knot.
Oh, I love this already.
Okay.
How many times have you done this around a cardboard?
Oh my goodness,
square?
so many times. I've done it around cardboard squares. I mean, that's how, we did it for a long time, and
Yeah.
some people still do, but let me tell you, this is so nice because to hold on to. So now I have tied this all the way around. I did a couple knots. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to lift this one out and this one out.
Oh.
And I'm going to do this side and this side. And,
And you're going to pull it apart.
I'm like giddy.
Oh, I love this already.
There we go. We have a pom-pom, folks.
Oh, that is so fun.
Is that the coolest thing
Yes,
ever?
it is, because
or
now
what?
you can
Give it a
trim
little
it to
shake,
whatever.
Yes, so you're going to have a few little strays, so you just give it a little haircut, you know, just like that. And you can cut off, if you want to, you know, you can keep your yarn pieces here if you're going to hang it somehow, but I'm just going to trim it off. And you have the perfect little
cute.
pom-pom. How cute is that?
That is darling. You know, I saw a sweatshirt that had pom-poms on it.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
That for
Like all over?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was a
interesting.
It was a fashion statement.
It was a fashion statement.
Yes.
Who knew?
So I could
Who
see that
knew?
you could do a garland.
Yes.
Oh, I mean,
Garland
you could
would be absolutely adorable.
You could really do some
Put
really
on the
fun
top
things.
of beanie hats. I mean, there's just so many
Yeah.
things you could do. But look how cute.
Oh, that's cute.
Our little bunny nose or our little bunny tail, depending on where you put it on the
That's
basket.
right.
And I'll tell you what, these are so much fun to do with the kids too.
Yes, the kids could do it.
If you're looking for
If Jackie can do it, any child
just don't
can do
have
it,
Jackie
right?
like come on. No, I'm just kidding. You know what? I bet you do these with your
Yes, I
grandkids
have
here
this at
very
home and I've
soon.
never used it. So I'm ready to.
It's time you get it out.
Yes.
It's time you get it out. So, and then take a look at this. You're going to just put it right back together.
Yes,
So,
and then start again.
And then start again. So you just
This
snap
is
it back
very
together. So I want to
ingenious.
tell you real quick what had happened with Jackie's so that everyone
Yeah.
can remember.
So that you know what not to do. We talked about this before.
You pull both of these out and you wrap both
both
of them.
and I only wrapped
And
one
she
of
wrapped
them.
one. So
Yeah,
that's why.
I see.
No big deal. No big deal. It happens to the best of us, my
Yeah.
friend. So yeah, you do wrap both of them.
Okay.
And then it really is
So fun.
just a great little project to keep
I
the
love it.
hands busy. And I'll tell you, it's like the Lay's potato chip. You can't just stop at just one.
I know. I says once you start trimming that thing,
Seriously,
You're gonna
and
keep
you want to
going.
make a whole bunch of them.
They're so
'cause
cute.
They're adorable, aren't they?
great for
So-
yarn scraps. Great for
Yeah.
all kinds of fun stuff.
Definitely.
That's awesome.
So you can
All
find
right.
those also, the Clover Pom Pom Makers on our
Yes,
website
yes.
as well. So be sure and check that out. And that is all for today.
So fun.
But we have one
Yes,
more
we
little
do.
announcement. If you have stayed on for the whole time, then you're going to be so excited because you lucky ones get to see a sneak peek of what is tomorrow's bowl fillers.
Oh, they're so
It's the 25th
cute.
of the month. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. I cannot believe it.
25th.
25th. No, the 25th.
What year are
on
we
the
in?
25. 25.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you ready
okay.
for the bowl fillers? We're
It's
This is the
so
first time we
cute.
showed them, folks. We're talking strawberries. You know, it's my favorite thing. So, which one should I show
I don't
first?
know, 'cause
we'll do
they're-
this. How about the strawberry jam jar?
So cute.
Okay,
Isn't
the
that
cute
adorable?
little twine there. We have them for both sewing machine and embroidery machine. We have the little sampler pillow. I've got to still add my buttons, Jackie. I haven't added my buttons
They're
yet.
really cute wood buttons that go with it.
They
darling.
are adorable. So the little wood buttons will go there. And I think this one's my favorite.
I think so
They're
too.
all so cute, but look at this.
Because it is so cute. Look at that.
It's the little basket
That's
of
darling.
fresh berries.
I love it.
So very, very cool. You've got both sewing machine version and embroidery machine version. Remember that all of the pieces have been pre-cut, pre-fused.
That's amazing.
It's going to make this project go together lickety-split.
Yeah, that is just incredible. I can't wait. That's so fun.
So there
and
you
got
have
to
it.
see it.
Yes.
A sneak peek.
You sure
Yay.
did. And oh, I should also mention for the embroidery version, you can have both the blanket stitch or the satin.
Oh, well, you have to show them how cute the blanket stitch is.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah,
brought
yeah.
it, yeah.
Okay, so
Look
right
how cute
here,
that is.
real quick, we've got.
You can see the difference
here's
between
the
the
satin
two.
stitch, and this one I just need to quilt and put together.
cute.
But this is the blanket
I
stitch.
love it.
But the blanket stitch was done on the embroidery machine. Isn't that something?
Yeah, that is.
So really, really great way to go. So anyway, those are our bowl fillers for tomorrow. They go on sale live at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. So make sure you are the first to get them
Yes.
because they are limited. So, and
Yeah,
we've
so
loved
cute.
seeing the pictures of the bowl fillers that they're already
Yeah,
doing.
It's been fun to,
Yeah.
to see
Definitely.
that everyone's getting things done. That's great.
That's the best feeling of all. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for being with Jackie and I today. As we talked all things bunnies, tomorrow we're talking chicks.
Yes.
Yeah, like Chicky Rocka.
Chicks. We're the chicks today.
We're the chicks today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You betcha. We're the cool chicks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep doing all the things you love, and we hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.
bye-bye.